It's All in How You Look at It by Queen of Scots.
It's all in how you look at it, Myrna told her daughter, who'd want to rot away in some senior center. And they're terribly expensive. This program is much better. And she hugged her daughter and grandkids and boarded the bus. The bus was silvery white with bright green lettering on the side that said Back to Nature Senior Incentive Program, and it sped Myrna and 24 other elderly people out of town, out into the country. 3 hours later, it stopped atop Eagle Mountain, and everyone was helped off the bus. They were each given a gallon of water and a blanket by the attendants. Program participants were allowed to bring a backpack as well, with whatever supplies they wanted inside. The attendants got back on the bus, and it sped away. It's all in how you look at it, Myrna said a few hours later. It was growing cold with night coming on, and several of her companions were starting to shiver. Certainly smells nicer out in all this fresh air than at most senior homes. She'd brought a pack of Uno cards in her backpack, and some Lance peanut butter crackers, and she and 2 elderly gentlemen were having a grand time, if a little chilly. The Back to Nature program had been controversial at first, but it was becoming more common these days. The cost of caring for an elderly parent or relative until they died was staggering. Longer life expectancy meant a rising population of senior citizens, many needing full-time care. It was nearly impossible to keep up with the need for senior facilities. The Back to Nature Incentive Program offered a huge tax write-off for the families of participants, a fairly quick death, by all natural causes, in a beautiful outdoor setting, and practically no funeral expenses. Myrna thought it a splendid idea. Until the vultures began arriving. It's all in now, she began on the 6th day of the program, but she couldn't finish. She was trying not to hear the grisly tearing sounds as 3 vultures began picking at the face of one of her Uno partners. She began to wonder if it would be so bad, lying in a bed in a nursing home with sponge baths and bedpans and visitors. She was dirty and cold, and she'd eaten all her peanut butter crackers 2 days ago. I reckon it won't be long now for us, her other Uno partner sighed. They were huddled under their 2 blankets, shivering, too cold and weak now for Uno. He was dead the next morning. Myrna cried a little and took both blankets and crawled away. She didn't want to see him getting pecked away by the horrid birds. It's all... She couldn't remember what she was going to say. It didn't matter. Her family would be getting a nice payoff for this. She was glad. A vulture settled next to her and Myrna shooed him away. But she knew he would be back soon.
This has been It's All in How You Look at It by Queen of Scots. This story is reproduced here with the permission of the author. A link to the full text is available in the description box below. If you have an original story you would like us to consider reading, please email it to thefleetingword@gmail.com.